So this poem is 10 years old. I wrote it 10 years ago, and it's about money and the banking system. And it's funny, since 2008, a lot more people have become aware of the fact that we have a completely dysfunctional banking system, but maybe we're not quite aware of just how dysfunctional it is. So this poem's about that. It was actually inspired by a statistic that I heard from the World Bank, which is that 227 families own 47% of the world's wealth, which is an astonishing statistic, but that's from the World Bank. Just 227 families own 47% of the world's wealth. And here's a poem about that. I've done a backing track to it with a friend of mine, and it's called The Matrix. Wake up, Neo, the Matrix has you. You just have to see through the illusion, or you'll rue your delusion. In your confusion, you've been deluded into living in a prison of your own choosing. Do you find it amusing, being fed doo-doo by the nightly news, made to crave Gucci shoes, while ignoring the real issue? The extraordinarily disproportionate concentration of wealth in the hands of a few. Tutus who wanna cruise the new venues and have a few brews, while the third world sings the blues and reptiles abuse humans. Over 1,000 children starving to death every hour for the want of some food. Pardon me for being rude, but while you choose to snooze, our rulers amuse themselves, puppeteering human conflict and directing the daily drama, turning you into a fallacious farmer, sowing unconsciousness and expecting to reap good karma. You think the Dalai Lama can't see farther than that? It's time to clean up your act. Wake up, Neo, the Matrix has you. Wake up, Neo, the Matrix has you. That's you, that's you. Wake up, Neo, the Matrix has you. Wake up, wake up. Do you want to know what it is? Do you want to know what it is? The Matrix is all around you, it confounds you and astounds you. Its evil genius is bound to arouse the sound of women crying and babies dying. So pay close attention, cause I ain't lying. Neo, I'm counting on you, and the countdown started. Rotted, you catch on fast, kid. It seems you get my meaning, it seems you're feeling me, cause I'm appealing to the divine in you, the sublime spark of light in you, shining through every single sinew within you. The part of you really wants to take the red pill and not the blue. So, Neo, choose. Remember, I only offer you the truth, and we both know the truth can hurt, and worse still, you can't go back to your sleepwalking slumber, your imaginary life 6 foot under, cause once you're in Wonderland, no man can put asunder. So, Neo, time to be a hero, and there goes the red pill. You chose wisely, bro, so don't worry if the roots start spinning. That's just the beginning. The red pill disrupts your input-output carrier signals, and we found the confusion often abounds around about the time you hit ground zero. So hold tight, Neo. Here we go. That's you. That's you. That's you. Wake up. Wake up. Well, hello. Welcome to the real world, Neo. Ah yes, your eyes hurt because of you never used them before, and your throat sore because you've been forced to snore for 20 years or more. But you're awake now, my son, and there's much work to be done. Because Neo, you're the one. And no, you won't need a gun. Forget dodging bullets. I'm telling you, when you're ready, you won't have to. And the first thing you have to do is to clue you into the coup, because Jesus Christ Almighty God, and you've been lied to. I did try to warn you, and now it's slowly dawning on you that the Matrix ensures the enslavement of the many by the few. It's nothing new. The rich get richer, the poor get poorer. You don't think it's a coincidence, do you? That's the Matrix for you. Stare it right in the face and still you ignore it. Here in the real world where I first saw it, I abhor it. What is it they call it? Free market economics. There ought to be a law against it. It's bullshit. The bastard brainchild of the 227 world controlling bankers. fucking wankers. People think we're crazy, but one day they'll thank us. You see, how can a market be free when members of the same families, the same ancient conspiracies, get to print our money, lend it to our governments, and charge us usury? It's an unusually cunning plan, this money for old rope. Bankers getting richer while whole countries go broke. Entire populations held in a chokehold of poverty, reduced to criminality, getting used to rat race banality and paying taxes. So governments can pay back this axis of evil through their tactical patsies. The Federal Reserve Bank, the Bank of England, the Bank of France, the Bank of Germany, the Bank of International Settlements, the IMF and the World Bank, see, all privately controlled companies, the directors of which are so rich they're richer than most countries, and make Bill Gates look like a country bumpkin. You see, for some, money does grow on trees, and you've been convinced otherwise with surprising ease. You've been brought to your knees, like these people here, bleeding to death for the want of proper health care and struggling to survive on welfare. We're gonna get them the hell out of there before what happened in Argentina and Ireland and Greece and Spain and Portugal and Iceland happens everywhere.
Wake up, Neil, the Matrix, that's you, that's you, that's you. Wake up, Neil, the Matrix, that's you. Wake up.
Here's the plan. We're using poetry to tell every man, woman and child across the land that our destiny's in our own hands. And all we have to do is take a stand. And here's how. Stop paying for credit. Stop paying the banker's tax. Use interest-free credit schemes, local currencies and credit unions instead. Buy all your consumer durables second-hand. Buy everything else from markets, family businesses and charity shops only. Stop watching television news and stop reading newspapers too. And if you work for a publicly quoted company, leave your job immediately. And finally, demand that the bankers give back the wealth they've robbed from humanity. Too much to ask of you, too much for you to do. Go back to sleep then. The Matrix has you. 97% of the world's money supply, including the UK, is not created by governments, as it should be, but by privately owned banks. All of the money that we have is created by privately owned banks on which they charge interest. But the money to pay that interest back is never created. That is why all the world's wealthiest countries are trillions of dollars in debt. That's why everyone's in debt, and that debt can never be repaid. And it's called The Matrix. Thank you very much. If you're interested in finding out more about what we can do as people to take off the yoke that the banks have had for 300 years since the Bank of England was created, and banks learned that they could lend what is now 100 times more money than they actually have and then charge interest on it. It's called money for old rope. It's literally counterfeiting. Our whole economy is a counterfeit money supply pyramid scheme, and it will crash. Crashes are built into the system. And I know when you see the stock market and you hear them talking bollocks on the news, they say, oh, 40 billion pounds has wiped off the stock market, this amount of billion pounds. Money is never destroyed. Wealth is never destroyed, it just changes hands. Every time there's a crash, the wealth is concentrated further into the hands of a few. That's all that's going on. We all know it. Don't you all know this? Everybody knows it, but I've just made it clear for you. And if you're interested in finding out more about it, please go to positivemoney.co.uk. Positive Money. They're a whole group of economists and very smart, much smarter than me, credible people that are putting together a plan to change the situation. So please go to Positive Money TV. Okay, thank you very much.